A gleaming lion city, Singapore's reputation for cleanliness. Singapore. The name conjures images of gleaming skyscrapers, pristine streets and lush green spaces. This city-state is often seen as a model of urban planning and environmental stewardship. This island nation, often dubbed a city into a garden, has earned global recognition for its commitment to cleanliness and order. The meticulous planning and dedication to maintaining a clean environment are evident in every corner of the city. Tourists marvel at the spotless sidewalks, free from litter or graffiti. The absence of trash and the presence of well-maintained public spaces leave a lasting impression on visitors. Residents enjoy a sense of civic pride in maintaining their environment. This collective effort is a testament to the strong community spirit and the shared responsibility towards keeping the city clean. This dedication to a clean and green city, however, didn't happen overnight. It was the result of years of strategic planning, public education, and strict enforcement of cleanliness laws. It was a conscious effort, one that involved tackling a seemingly small but persistent problem: chewing gum. The streets of Singapore before the ban were often marred by unsightly gum stains. Singapore's journey towards becoming a model of urban cleanliness involved addressing a range of issues, from littering to vandalism. The government launched numerous campaigns to educate the public and promote a culture of cleanliness. Yet, chewing gum presented a unique challenge. Unlike other forms of litter, gum was particularly difficult to remove once it adhered to surfaces. Unlike easily swept-up trash, discarded gum clung stubbornly to pavements, stained public surfaces, and created unsightly messes. Cleaning crews had to spend countless hours scraping off gum, which was both time-consuming and costly. This seemingly minor nuisance quickly escalated, impacting everything from public aesthetics to the efficiency of public transportation. Trains and buses were often delayed due to gum-related issues, causing inconvenience to commuters. The government implemented various campaigns to encourage civic responsibility and discourage littering. These campaigns were designed to instill a sense of ownership and pride in the public spaces among the residents. Public service announcements and educational programs emphasized the importance of cleanliness and the role of individuals in maintaining it. Schools played a crucial role in teaching children about the value of a clean environment. These efforts, while successful in many areas, struggled to fully eradicate the problem of indiscriminate gum disposal. Despite the awareness campaigns, some individuals continued to dispose of gum irresponsibly. The sticky residue left behind by discarded chewing gum became a stubborn stain on the city's otherwise pristine image. It was a constant reminder of the challenges in maintaining urban cleanliness. Singapore's leaders recognized that achieving their vision of a truly clean and green city required a more drastic solution. They understood that without decisive action, the problem would persist and undermine their efforts. The issue of chewing gum, while seemingly trivial, highlighted a broader need for greater civic responsibility and a collective effort towards maintaining public spaces. It was a call to action for everyone to contribute to the cleanliness of their surroundings. The stage was set for a controversial decision that would forever change the landscape of Singapore: the chewing gum ban. This bold move was met with mixed reactions, but ultimately proved to be a turning point in the city's journey towards unparalleled cleanliness. Sticky situations: chewing gum's ugly mark on Singapore. Chewing gum, while a seemingly innocuous treat, was leaving its unsightly mark across Singapore. The problem was not just limited to a few spots, it was widespread and pervasive. Discarded wads were found stuck on sidewalks, under benches, and even on the walls of public buildings. These sticky remnants were a constant eyesore, detracting from the city's otherwise pristine environment. This sticky litter not only marred the city's aesthetic appeal, but also posed a logistical nightmare for cleaners. The task of removing gum was labor-intensive and time-consuming, often requiring multiple attempts to fully clean a single spot. Unlike easily swept debris, removing gum required specialized equipment and significant effort. High-pressure steam cleaners and chemical solvents were often employed, adding to the cost and complexity of the cleanup process. The problem extended beyond mere aesthetics. The presence of gum on public surfaces posed health risks, attracting pests and creating unhygienic conditions. Chewing gum found its way onto the seats and floors of public buses and trains, creating an unsanitary and unpleasant experience for commuters. Passengers often found themselves inadvertently sitting on or stepping in gum, leading to frustration and discomfort. In some instances, gum even jammed the doors of the Mass Rapid Transit (MRT) system, disrupting services and causing delays. These incidents not only inconvenienced commuters but also required costly repairs and maintenance. These incidents highlighted the very real cost of irresponsible gum disposal, impacting not just the city's image but also its infrastructure and the daily lives of its citizens. The financial burden of cleaning and repairs was significant, diverting resources from other essential services. The government attempted to address the issue through public awareness campaigns, urging citizens to dispose of their gum responsibly. These campaigns included posters, advertisements, and community outreach programs aimed at educating the public about the consequences of improper gum disposal. Bins with designated compartments for gum were installed in public areas. These specially designed bins made it easier for people to dispose of their gum properly, reducing the likelihood of it ending up on the street. Fines were imposed for littering, including the act of spitting out gum in public. These penalties were intended to deter people from discarding gum irresponsibly and to reinforce the importance of maintaining a clean environment. Despite these efforts, the problem persisted. The measures taken were not enough to completely eradicate the issue, and gum continued to be a common sight on the streets. Chewing gum, it seemed, had become an intractable foe in Singapore's quest for cleanliness. The sticky substance was resilient, clinging stubbornly to surfaces and resisting removal efforts. The pervasive nature of the chewing gum problem, coupled with the ineffectiveness of traditional measures, forced the government to consider more drastic solutions. The ongoing struggle to keep the city clean highlighted the need for a more comprehensive approach. The situation had reached a tipping point, demanding a bold and decisive response. The government realized that incremental measures were insufficient and that a more radical solution was necessary to address the issue effectively. The stage was set for a controversial decision that would spark debate both within Singapore and across the globe. The government's proposal to ban the sale and import of chewing gum was met with mixed reactions, with some praising the move and others criticizing it as overly harsh. The question was no longer whether to act, but how far to go in addressing this sticky situation. The government had to weigh the benefits of a cleaner city against the potential backlash from the public and the impact on businesses. Local resident, it was really frustrating. The gum problem was a constant source of annoyance, and it felt like no matter what we did, it just wouldn't go away. No matter how much we tried to keep the city clean, the gum problem just wouldn't go away. It was a persistent issue that required a more effective solution. It was everywhere, on the sidewalks, under benches, even on the walls. The ubiquity of gum litter made it clear that more stringent measures were needed. We needed a stronger solution, something that would really make a difference. The government's decision to implement a chewing gum ban was a bold step, but it was seen as necessary to finally tackle the problem head-on. Gum and the MRT, a recipe for disaster. Singapore's Mass Rapid Transit MRT system is the lifeblood of the city, efficiently transporting millions of commuters daily. This intricate network of trains and stations is a marvel of modern engineering, designed to keep the city moving seamlessly. This modern and sophisticated network, however, proved particularly vulnerable to the scourge of carelessly discarded chewing gum. The incidents involving gum and the MRT weren't merely anecdotal, they represented a recurring problem that threatened the system's reliability and, in some cases, passenger safety. Commuters often found themselves delayed or inconvenienced by these seemingly minor disruptions. One of the most significant issues involved gum finding its way onto the MRT's sensitive door sensors. These sensors, designed to detect obstructions and prevent doors from closing on passengers, could be easily fooled by a wad of gum. The gum would stick to the sensors, causing them to malfunction. This interference led to doors malfunctioning, either failing to close properly or remaining open for extended periods. Such malfunctions not only caused delays but also posed a risk to passenger safety. The result was service disruptions, delays, and frustrated commuters. People trying to get to work, school, or other appointments found themselves stuck, waiting for the problem to be resolved. Beyond door sensors, gum also posed problems for the MRT's escalators. The sticky substance would often get lodged in the mechanisms, causing further issues. Discarded gum, often trodden into the escalator steps, could jam the mechanism, causing sudden stops or even breakdowns. These breakdowns could lead to significant delays and inconvenience for passengers. These incidents not only inconvenienced passengers, but also raised safety concerns, as sudden escalator malfunctions could lead to falls or injuries. The safety of commuters was at risk due to these seemingly minor acts of irresponsibility. The MRT, a symbol of Singapore's efficiency and modernity, was being hampered by a seemingly trivial issue. The very system designed to epitomize reliability was being undermined by discarded chewing gum. Parliament member. The economic implications of gum-related MRT disruptions were also substantial. The government had to consider the broader impact on the economy. Delays and service disruptions translated into lost productivity and a negative impact on businesses. Employees arriving late to work, missed meetings, and disrupted schedules all contributed to a significant economic toll. The costs associated with cleaning and repairing gum-damaged equipment added to the financial burden. Maintenance crews had to spend additional time and resources addressing these issues. It became increasingly clear that addressing the chewing gum issue was not just about aesthetics or civic duty. It was about protecting a vital piece of Singapore's infrastructure and economic well-being. The MRT system was too important to be compromised by such a preventable problem. The MRT incident served as a stark illustration of the far-reaching consequences of irresponsible gum disposal. What seemed like a minor act of littering had significant repercussions. What began as a minor nuisance had escalated into a threat to public transportation, highlighting the need for decisive action. The government and the public had to work together to address this issue. The government, faced with mounting evidence of gum's detrimental impact, realized that a more comprehensive solution was required to safeguard the MRT and ensure the smooth functioning of the city. Measures were put in place to curb the problem, including stricter enforcement of littering laws and public awareness campaigns.